We have life coach and mentor Jeff Israel. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, Mikali.
How are you?
Well, I'm grateful.
That is a good place to be at. You had a great weekend?
Y- yes. Well, a busy one,
Yes,
but like I always say, you remain grateful, focused on what's working.
that is true.
That's the way to go.
Gratitude is a lifestyle. It's a constant, right? It's in that
Yeah,
space that we keep multiplying the good things that are happening in our lives.
that's right. That's right. It's a decision. Every day, no matter what is going on, you have to decide to look up. Like someone said, if you can look up, you can get up. And so you always want to be looking up, not down. Never look down, no matter what is going on. Even when they push you down or the setbacks push you down, keep looking up because the good things are up there. So look up, get up.
And I think
That's
that
why
ties
I'm grateful all the time.
and that ties in with the conversation that we are having this morning. We've established that life will happen to us and that not everything that is good and beautiful will come our way. We will have things that will set us back, that will push us down. But how do we then get out of that space? How do we come back from the setbacks?
Well, Mikali, the first thing is to accept that setbacks are part of success.
Mhm.
There's no success without being pushed back and being tested whether you qualify and you stand for the blessing. Do you stand to be blessed? Do you deserve that space of greatness? And so anyone that ever stepped into any form of greatness went through a form of ouch moment where things don't go the way you thought they would go, from Moses to our own Nelson Mandela. People had to pay the price of greatness. Greatness is never given, and it comes with a sense of setbacks that actually work for your good because you're being prepared to become a leader, to deserve the blessing, so that when you are blessed or the greatness comes, it doesn't break you because you're strong enough. You've been built up. For Nelson Mandela, it costed 27 years in prison. And so even as you dream and you prepare and ask yourself, what do I really want? Know that every greatness comes with a certain amount of setbacks. And it's not a curse. Those setbacks are part of the success. They prepare you, your character, your personality, your identity. You're being pushed against the wall, not because the world hates you, but because you're strong enough to overcome it. I tell you, there is nothing that will ever come your way that does not equal the grace that you have inside of you. So you want to allow that. Make setbacks part of success. So don't be shocked when things don't go the way you planned, because that is part of the process. Now, when it comes to strategic thinking or strategic leadership, which is about looking at the future and planning for setbacks. Most of us, we don't plan for setbacks. We don't plan for pain. We don't ask for enemies of progress, but they will be there. They will be there. So when you're planning, please make room for these things. Make room for setbacks, because setbacks will always be there. Success is never given in us, without setbacks. So be strong. Know that you're being built up. Your character is being strengthened. So allow it. Failure is part of it, is a setback. When you do something and it doesn't go your way, your interpretation of failure, the way you look at failure matters, because failure for successful people, it's feedback. You're being told it doesn't work this way. Find another way. It has nothing to do with you. Go find another way. It doesn't work this way. So when I find it doesn't work this way, I'll find another way. And if you talk to successful business people, successful people that have great relationships, people that have great whatever it is, they actually failed several times. They found out it doesn't work that way. But you have to have the spirit of getting up when it doesn't work and looking up to your dreams, to your vision, what you said you're going to do, and finding another way. If something doesn't work, find another way. If it doesn't work this way, find another way. Tomorrow, keep, how many times can I try? As many times as possible until you find a way. There's no enough times. You can, some people, the guy that created the light bulb, I mean, 1,000 times. How do you try 1,000?
Oh, Jeff.
Now, you're not a failure because you failed. No, you're a failure because you give up. When you give up, now you failed. But if you're still going on, you're still moving on, you're waking up to a new day today, when you knew you failed yesterday, you are a great person. You deserve respect. You know, standing ovation, keep going, try another way. If it doesn't work this way, try another one. And so allow failure to be part of your success equation, but also take responsibility. If something doesn't work, know that you actually participated in it not working. Take responsibility. Where did you go wrong? Be ready to find where you went wrong so you can revise it and change your strategy. Because if you're going towards the west and you're running so fast, your strategy and you want to end, to go to east, but you're running towards west, your strategy is wrong. So change your strategy. What is it that you did wrong? What is it that you did wrong? Many people are not willing to accept, take responsibility for where they failed. So that's really key. Take responsibility. A pillar of really learning how to deal with setbacks.
Sometimes we look at two different scenarios. You look at someone and be like, it is unbelievable how you got out of that situation. It is unbelievable, it's a miracle how you bounced back. But then it is different for someone else who's grown up being told that they are failures and they try something and actually fail, that they sort of get to a point where they accept that that is who they are, that is what they are all about, and that it is not a big, it is not a shocker to them that they actually failed.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, you have to drive your own story, not other people and not the experiences you go through. So when people tell you you are a failure, that should not make, as a major influence bigger than you telling yourself you're a failure. You should know yourself enough to know when you fail and then take responsibility and know, okay, I failed here, but it doesn't define me. It doesn't define me because I've not given up. If you've given up, yes, of course, you don't need anyone to define you. You have failed because you've given up, and you have failed yourself because the potential inside of you has the capacity to bring the results, has the capacity to create anything you want to create. But the moment you let yourself down, no one can help you. And that is actually the way I see failure. Failure is not working something a certain way and not getting the results. Failure is you giving up and saying, I'll never try again. Because guess what? There are so many ways of getting something done. Just because I've tried 10 and it has not worked that way, doesn't make me a failure until I decide to give up. So I'm still looking up for the 11th, way to do it, 12th way. And if it doesn't work, I'll go for the 13th one. It doesn't define me. And that's why you hear people, there's a guy, I've forgotten his name, who tried to be an MP, a minister, so many times in the US. And one day, president, you know. So just because I failed yesterday, sometimes failure is preparation. I've been prepared. God knows if I get it today, I will not have the character to lead people well. So you fail and keep on failing, and people think that you're a failure. Then one day, boom, breaking news, Jeff Israel, the elect president of the Republic of Kenya. Yeah, maybe that will happen one day. But anyway, when you fail and fail and fail, don't let it define you. Don't let people define you. It's you to decide. And the only time you truly fail is when you give up. So keep going. Even when people tell you to never work, you never amount to anything. They are judging you with a story that, is not true, because they don't really truly know you. Only you know yourself. And so understand yourself, know that human beings have how much potential? Unlimited. All of us have unlimited potential. What the success cycle looks like, because what we call the success cycle is actually taken in 4 steps. The first step is understanding that all human beings, whether you are born, a cripple or missing part of your body, you have unlimited potential. Potential means you can do anything you decide to do. Now, the second step of the success cycle is action. If you don't take action on your potential, then you will never realize what you're capable of becoming. But then action gives you what? Results. If you don't take action, you will not get results. Results give you what? The 4 seen results.
Jeff.
Now, when I take action, I get results, I begin to believe in myself. The more action I get, the more feedback I get. Now, when I get the feedback I didn't want, it does not mean I've not succeeded. It just means that, I've realized it doesn't work. So perspective is also very key as you're going through the success cycle.
Okay. I like that. That we need to differentiate what has failed away from who we are. That is the thing that has failed. It is not me. I am not the failure. I am Wikali trying 55 other times. That thing is the one that is not working. So you fix it and not look at yourself as the person who is or needs fixing. It's not you who's failed. Just separate the two, and then you'll be okay to go. Also, knowing the difference between this will ever work, this will not work. Knowing the difference as you learn, picking up the lessons, because sometimes you'll end up just doing the same thing over and over again, wondering why is it not working? But you're not changing strategy, you're not changing the way things work, your methods, nothing is changing. So you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting something different to come out of it.
That's right. I mean, strategy is key. You want to change. If something is not working, change your strategy, but also change your story. Because sometimes you tell yourself it's not working while it's actually working. Some of us get into such a negative energy. Even when things are working, we don't see anything working. And that's why I get into this, what you call the lifestyle of gratitude. Find out what is working and seek, and you will find. Absolutely. Whatever you're looking for, because your focus defines your destiny. Whatever you're looking for, you will find. And so also as you go on with your journey of success, then your focus is key. Focus on what is working, focus on what I can control, and you can control how you feel. Sometimes you can't control results. You've done your best and it doesn't work the way you thought. That's okay. You are not God. You can't control results. Absolutely. And so if something doesn't work, this is what you can tell you. What story do you tell yourself? Do you tell yourself, I'm a failure? Because when something doesn't work, we tell ourselves stories. The story is, I'm a failure. The story is, it doesn't work this way. Or the story is that people hate me. Your story must be an empowering story, because you're in charge of your story. You're the one that decides the power of your story. You're the one that decides the energy of your story. we can go through the exact thing and I come out with a different story.
Absolutely.
For me, I can come up saying, okay, I'm growing, or I'm getting better, or I'm discovering a new way to do this. Someone else come up with the story, something is wrong with me. I am, depressed, or I'm not enough. I'm not strong enough to do it. It's just a story.
You are in charge of the things that you say to yourself. You are in charge of your story. You are the one writing it. So do not depend on what other people are saying about it. If you are in control, work on yourself. Jeff, our time is up. Social media, Instagram, YouTube.
Connect with me on Breakthrough with Jeff, both on Instagram and YouTube. God bless.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jeff, for always starting our Mondays powerfully. We don't take it for granted. We're going to take a very short commercial break. We will be right back. Don't go too far.